Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Turtle to create graphics in Python. Turtle is an easy way to sort of make simple graphics. It's part of the Python standard library, and there are some great references. I'll show you the basics, but to do a lot more stuff you can look at the official Turtle documentation here. This link will take you to the Python documentation that explains how to use all of the different methods. I'll go through a few of these, but there are a lot more that I won't be going through. Many of them do exactly what they say they're going to do. The left method turns the turtle to the left. The go-to method goes to a specific set of x and y coordinates. But some of them you might need to look up how to what exactly the arguments are that you need to pass. So the documentation is there if you need it. But here's a few examples just so you can get started. So the first thing I need to do is import Turtle. And then create a Turtle object. So T is going to be a Turtle object. Notice I had to use module name dot class name because the Turtle class is part of the Turtle module, and in order to access the Turtle class, you need to use that dot notation. So just say, if you say T equals turtle.turtle, it just means create an instance of a Turtle object. So that's what T is. T is the Turtle object, which is the little sort of cursor here that can move around and draw things. So I'll show one example, and then I have a whole bunch of commented out examples just to demonstrate a few additional things. This right here, I've commented this out for now. I'll uncomment it later so it draws faster. But hide turtle, the hide turtle method stops moving the animated turtle pointer around, and that really speeds up animation, as well as speed 0 is the shortcut for just go as fast as possible. Again, also really speeds up animation. I won't do that here for the first example because I would actually think it's useful to see the turtle moving around at first. So I'll go ahead and draw something. So first I'll just draw a square, and I'll set a color first. So I'm going to say t.color green, and then I want it to be a square. It needs to have 4 sides, so I'm just going to repeat 4 times. I'll say for I in range 4, move the turtle forward some number of pixels. I'll say 60. T dot forward, and T dot left. I'll just turn left 90 degrees. So all it's going to do is 4 times move 60 steps and then turn 90 degrees. So that should make a square. So each step, or each 60 steps will be a side of the square. So let me run. And I'm having some editor issues. I'll just refresh my page. Run again. There we go. Green square. And you can see it moved forward, turned 90, moved forward, turned 90, moved forward, turned 90, moved forward, turned 90 degrees again, and it was just ready to it ended where it started. Didn't really need the turn at the end, but it does leave you back where you started, which is nice. So that's sort of the basics. A few notes that are really helpful when drawing with Turtle. Besides moving and turning, you can also just go directly to a location. So if I wanted to draw that square a bit more to the left side, let me make sure I've got enough room to draw here. If I wanted to draw a little bit more to the left side, I could t.goto, set x to -200, I'll set y to 0, so it just goes over to the left. You'll notice that what it does is it draws as it moves. So that can be a little bit of a problem. You can solve that by using t.pen up to lift the pen while moving, and then put the pen back down to start drawing again. So this time it moved into that position with the pen up, so it didn't draw anything, and then it put the pen down and started drawing. So those are a few of the basics. So now I'm going to uncomment this example, and you can see this example is another for loop with 4 items in a list. Those items are different colors, so it's going to set color to red, green, yellow, and blue, and when it sets color, for each iteration, as it iterates through this list, it'll set the color to that item, and then it'll do its moving and turning. So you can see in that example, it actually kind of superimposed this this rectangle over this square over my other square. What I could do I'm just going to move this up because I think I meant to draw the multicolor square first and then move over and draw the green square. There we go. So you can see it's hardly any difference. It's hardly any difference. It just draws different colors. Some other shapes, you can draw a triangle by following the same repetitive process. You can pick up the pen, go to a position, put the pen down, and then this is using go to exclusively instead of forward, instead of move and turn. It's just saying go to exactly these locations, but that can accomplish a similar thing. And then I'll just kind of uncomment a bunch of additional examples so you can see a few more examples of making shapes. This triangle is identical to the previous triangle. It goes into position. This triangle is identical, almost identical to the previous triangle. It just goes into position and then draws using moving and turning instead of go-tos. The filled in square just has an additional fill color method call, so it fills in green and then begins fill and ends fill, so it knows only to fill in here. This calls the write method, so that's how I got hello to show up here. It just writes some text hello. So you can see those are just some of the basics and some examples of using the basics. So I want to turn it over to you. Here's something that I want to challenge you to create. Let me just speed everything up. You can see I have t.clear, which is going to clear the screen of all my shapes. I created a function that I'm going to import that draws a picture of a house, and I'm calling my draw house function. I'm just going to make that go a lot faster by uncommenting hide turtle and speed 0 and run it. It'll run through all my drawings, and you can see at the end it throws in that picture of a house after clearing the screen. So there's a few examples of how to use Turtle Graphics. Hope you find this useful. See you next time.